Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend Kayla Nicole breaks silence on wildly celebrating his Super Bowl loss. Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, has broken her silence on attending the Super Bowl and witnessing what could potentially be the Kansas City Chiefs star's last game. Nicole and Kelce dated for around 5 years before splitting up, with Kelce's current relationship with Taylor Swift now making him one of the world's most famous athletes. Swift and Nicole watched from the stands in New Orleans, albeit different parts of the Caesars Superdome, as Kelce's Chiefs were emphatically beaten 40-22 by the Philadelphia Eagles. Nicole celebrated with the Eagles after the game. She was seen on the field talking to Victoria's head coach Nick Sirianni, and was got pictures throwing the green confetti into the air in scenes that many thought were pointed, given Kelce was on the losing team. Now, reflecting on her time at the game on Instagram in a lengthy post, Nicole wrote, "What makes the Super Bowl so special? Beyond it being the ultimate showcase of the two most elite and talented teams in the sport, the energy is literally palpable. The collective excitement of fans and the high stakes of the match-up create an atmosphere that makes you physically feel the pulse of the game. There's no bad seat in the house because every person in that stadium, whether they have a dog in the fight or not, is hyped to have a seat at a table in history. The lights are brighter, and you find yourself hanging on to every second, every inch. It's for good reason one of the biggest stages in sports, especially when the clock strikes half-time. We often minimize the humanity of the game by focusing on teams/titles/wins/losses. Obviously football is a team sport where winning is always the goal, but I've always been more enthralled by the individual storylines. The names on the back of those jerseys, the hurdles they've had to overcome, and the pride they must all feel to be talented enough to even make it to a stage like this one. Every player on that field is on a relentless pursuit of greatness, and I think it's pretty freaking dope we get to witness. Simply put, as a fan of the game, with a soft spot for a cold beer and a clear view of the red zone, I can only hope my career allows me to continue to partake in sports history for many more bowls to come." During the game itself, as the Eagles cruised to victory, Nicole, 33, shared videos of her celebrating their dominance. One clip showed her standing with a friend and yelling along as the crowd chanted, "Fly, Eagles, fly." She then screamed out the letters as she spelled it with her fingers. Kelce, meanwhile, is now considering his future in the sport after the loss. The 35-year-old spoke candidly about his emotions after the loss, but sounded more out than in as he reflected on the game with his older brother Jason.